Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Had a fabulous collab with Lena Rodriguez from Tarot Down Under earlier today. I'll put the link in my post section when once Lena's put it up, or go over to Lena's page and watch it there. 40 minutes, so only a little short one, but boy, we crammed a lot in and lots and lots of fun. So, okay, what I want to have a look at in this particular reading. Oh, where do I go? I think I'm going to be a bit of a rabbit holing day today. First of all, I just wanted to mention that I, looked up to see what the Orange Idiot was up to today, since the last 2 days he did absolutely nothing. So he did nothing for 2 days since he got back from his trip to China, and I thought, well, what's he actually doing today on his 3rd day back home again? He had, literally the only thing on the books was a Trump RX, which is the online pharmaceutical website that the Orange Idiot has set up, and I'm sure he gets a scoop off the top every time there's something sold on the website. So it was pretty much a promotional 30 minutes for this pharmaceutical website under the guise of it supposedly making medications cheaper. So it was a maximum of 30 minutes. Closed to the main press. There were a couple of press there, but they were the authorised version, the ones that wouldn't ask any awkward questions, or if there were any questions asked, they would be ones that the regime had given them to ask. So it was 30 minutes maximum, and the felon talked for probably not even 10 minutes, the maximum. Now, remember when he used to get his little snorty thing happening and he would ramble on for hours and hours and hours and hours? Well, yeah, 10 minutes, and it was still a really boring monotone. So pretty much, and my initial reaction, I even said to one of my fellow Australians, I said, oh God, that was a WNK-a-thon. Absolutely. So it was just a 30-minute promotional gimmick. So that's all he had on today. So day 3, still not doing terribly well in recovery. Go Barry, go Barry. Okay, but that's not what I want to have a look at in this particular reading. What I want to have a look at, there's a few things that are crossing my desk at the moment. I think I'm going to have to keep my front door locked. I want to have a look at what's really going on with the CIA and the drug cartels down in Mexico. So I'm reading Michael D. Sellers' Substack. So Michael D. Sellers, SELLERS.substack.com. The CIA and the Mexico drug assassinations. What is really going on? So apparently the CIA are down in Mexico at the moment. So how did this start? Well, back in pretty much the first day that the Orange Idiot sat his backside in that sacred chair in the Oval Office, he signed an executive order ruling by royal decree, as my guides had been saying for ages, that if he ever got back in there, it would be ruling by royal decree. And this is a guy who absolutely bagged every time another president signed an executive order. But apparently the first thing he did pretty much was he signed an executive order establishing a process to designate certain cartels as foreign terrorist organizations and specially designated global terrorists. That's fine. So what that does is it controls it within the US. 1 month later, the State Department designated 8 organisations. So basically, they then named the cartels. But this designating basically means it activates laws and strengthens immigration and sanction tools to prevent the operation of these cartels in the US because it designates them as terrorism related rather than organised crime. So it was a major shift, but it wasn't enough to authorise the CIA to go overseas and do anything. And for that to occur, for the CIA to be authorised, and the CIA doesn't make these decisions themselves. They don't just look at their watch and go, yeah, I think we might nip down to Mexico and take out a few drug dealers and see how that goes, etc. They don't do that. It has to come as an order from up high. So basically, as this article says, a further legal step would be required if the CIA is to conduct lethal operations abroad while remaining hidden under covert action. And what this would require is a presidential finding and congressional notification and then a signing in. So, don't know that Congress was actually notified, but then it would require an actual law and designation. So, what have we got going on here? I'm going to use the Tarot Grand Luxe. I bought myself a couple of a gold and silver permanent marker pens. Literally, there was just one card that had nudie pictures on it in this particular deck, but it stopped me from using it yesterday for whatever. So this is not what's happening down south is not a rogue CIA initiative. It is a presidential authorized expansion of the CIA into Mexico using the counterterrorism framework, but it would require and lethal strikes. Okay. Oh dear. So the administration's lethal strikes on suspected drug smuggling boats in the Caribbean and the Eastern Pacific may be an extension of the same policy, but did it actually? Who authorized it? Because it was supposed to go through the Intelligence Committee of Congress. Were the Intelligence Committee in Congress notified? Did the regime decide just to merrily go ahead? Was the Mexican government informed? What happened? Now, what has actually happened is that there was a cartel member, a middle-level cartel member, that was taken out by a roadside explosion. A concentrated explosion erupted inside the vehicle, so it might have been a planting of something in his vehicle, and took out a middle-level cartel operative. But what has happened since is that two CIA operatives have been unalived in a motor vehicle accident. So, what do we want to know? The more public incident is the April crash in Chihuahua that killed 2 US officials, 2 Mexican officials after an anti-drug lab operation. So, what do I want to have a look at? It's just incredibly dodgy. I want to have a look at, to start with, sorry about the long waffle, the Judgment card and the 5 of Wands. Some sort of infighting clash. Your fault? No, it was your fault. You did it. And then the Judgment card. Now, I think I've got some of my cards upside down now because I was randomly shuffling. I will show them all upright. Actually, I'll pause you and I'll move them upright. Hang on a sec. Right. It's just my way of reading. You don't have to read the cards upright if that's not your way of reading. It's just my way. When I first started, my very first mentor told me there's enough negative cards in the deck to get the message across without reading reversals. And my guides agreed with them, and that's how I've read ever since. So I'll give these a good shuffle. It was pretty much every second or third card, so it does show that I shuffle very well. Okay, so was Congress advised about this CIA operation, or was, because that's how it should happen, was the Congress Intelligence Committee advised? Okay, I've got the Ace of Wands has jumped out. It would be a yes card, so yes with the information. So let's have a look. Was Congress advised? Was the Congress Intelligence Committee advised? Was all of the Congress Intelligence Committee advised? That's what my guides, how my guides want to actually word that. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands, a new plan going forward, communication, the growth, and it is a yes card, yes. But the challenge is the Page of Swords, which is, it can be a whistleblower, but I'm getting from that, the challenge is they were not told the whole truth of it. I mean, it's now cost the lives of 2 CIA executive agents. The challenge is they were not told the whole truth of it. They were only told a portion. Let's see where this goes. The 8 of Cups. The loss, the walking away, the emotional denial. Here with the 8 of Cups, the energy it's stewing in. In the past, we've got the 8 of Wands, a lot of information coming at them really quickly. A lot of information coming out, coming to a point. And then you've got the Emperor, my way or the highway, dictator. I mean, doesn't that, if you look at that, doesn't it look like not the comb over? The Emperor, dictated. This is also about royal decrees, etc. This is the executive orders. The energy over this is pretty much, I'm getting not everybody on the Intelligence Committee was told. There was some reduction, like yes, but no. I'm hearing with that card plausible deniability with the 8 of Cups. Why am I hearing that with the 8 of Cups there? Because you've got what? 1, 2 cups spilt, 6 still upright. Often there'll be 3 cups spilt, but this one's 2 cups spilt. Some sort of agreement, conversation that was had, discussion that was had, is the 2 cups that were spilt. And the Emperor, make it happen. The immediate future, the 4 of Cups. A rejection of what's being offered here. I'm really drawn. He's looking up at this cup here, the 1 cup, the missing 1 cup. I'm getting that they weren't given the full story. Somebody was, but they've got plausible deniability about it. But I don't think the full Congressional Intelligence Committee was told about this. What have we got? The 5 of Swords. The abuse of power, the betrayal, the steal, the lies. The corruption here, externally, internally. We've got the King of Wands. This is the legislators. I can't shake. Some were basically told by the regime, and it's not necessarily the Emperor, because often this is my Miller card as well. We're going to go and do this. Sign off, almost like sign off on it. I'll have to have a look to see who's the head of the Intelligence Committee. Hopes and fears, the 6 of Coins. Some palm greasing that perhaps went on here that they are fearful of being found out about. The outcome, the King of Coins. Oh, the Knight of Coins, the Mercenary, the Six of Wands on the back foot being, oh, the Six of Wands being seen for this. And then we've got the Queen of Wands and the Six of Swords. Trying to get themselves out of troubled waters. This Queen of Wands. Now, Queens for me are about something that internally happens, and the Kings are then the action that takes place. So this doesn't necessarily mean it's a female. It can be just the plan was arranged internally, and then we've got the Six of Swords trying to get themselves out of legal hot water, and then we've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. A cleansing and a truth coming for them. I'm just going to pause you for a second and just check who is the head of the Intelligence Committee. Hang on a sec. Obviously, Susan Collins is on the committee, but the head of the committee is Tom Cotton. Now, I have looked at Tom Cotton before, and he is not a pleasant person at all, Senator for Arkansas. So, Cotton introduces bill to revoke the visas of terrorist family members, wanting to invest in Arkansas lithium. Yeah, he's just a bit of a real piece of work, Tom Cotton. So what I'm feeling is that he was the one that authorized it, but the rest of the committee members didn't know. Okay. Let me know what you think of Tom Cotton if you know. As I said, he's Senator of Arkansas. Right. So now that it's being outed, what's going to happen with this CIA operation in Mexico? I do remember hearing something about it a while back, but now that it's been fully outed, and they've lost operatives, certain individuals are now looking into the legalities of it. Is this operation going to continue? The CIA okay. Is the CIA operation in Mexico going to continue? Okay, I want to ask first, was the Mexican government, Claudia Sheinbaum, we know what the orange idiot thinks of her. He feels threatened by intelligent, educated, strong women because they don't put up with his BS. King of Swords, legal action being taken. Or it could be a truth being fully exposed and action being taken. Let's have a look. Was the Mexican government, okay, was Claudia Sheinbaum aware? Because I'm getting that there was someone in the government that knew. Was Claudia Sheinbaum aware? I'll just put that aside. Strength, strong female energy. King of Coins, protection. Oh, sorry, Knight of Coins, mercenary actions. Ten of Cups. Sheinbaum, the mercenaries. With the Knight of Coins here. The Ten of Cups, end of the happy families. And the Chariot. Chaotic movement forward here. I mean, look at these horses they've got there. their hooves tangled up in the reins. They're going in two different directions. It's just, I think it's just going to turn into this. My guides are saying the word production. This production is going to descend into chaos because it's fully in the open now. But I don't think she knew. These were mercenaries that were in there. And we've got here legal action being taken, potentially in the international courts. You've got the magician, the manipulation, the Two of Cups. So somebody agreed to this, but I don't think it was known to Shinebalm. And the Emperor. So you've got the magician on one side and the Emperor on the other. And the Two of Cups, these two meeting in the middle. So there was an agreement made between the magician and the Emperor. The ability to manifest, the ability to manipulate, the ability to create something, the distraction over here while that happens over there. So there was this agreement that was made between these two. The Seven of Swords to sneak in to Mexico and do the dastardly. Now I've still got this upside down, the Hanged Man. Now if you look at this here, he's putting on a real performance. Someone did this behind the back, but they think they're justified in doing so. I'm feeling the I know better with this upside down Hanged Man. And then you've got the Four of Swords. I think they just dug themselves because you've got the Knight of Swords at the top there, the harsh knight, the bringing the harsh truth and ending up down and defeated. And the Hermit shining a light, an investigation underway. Got Three of Coins, dark money, changing hands, plans that went on behind the scenes. The Queen of Cups that they wanted to keep under wraps. But there it is, the King of Cups, the negotiator, the diplomat. Oh, and then you've got, the Knight of Cups. And then the King of Cups. Sorry, my fault, because it's KN. This one's K. You've got Knight, Queen, and King of Cups here. The false knight, Trojan horse type scenario. And then you've got the King of Cups, some sort of diplomacy that needs to be done because you've got the Four of Cups, the rejection. The Nine of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Look at this Wands information here. So we've got a lot of cups here, a lot of swords here, and a lot of wands here. And what I'm getting from that is there was somebody who gave the go-ahead, but Shinebalm was not notified, and they're in big trouble. I did it for whatever reason, they're excused, bruised and battered, beaten up, trying to defend themselves. The information is coming forward and targeting a single point, the infighting, and then the Ten of Wands, done and you're out of here. So I'm getting that it was not done with the approval. I'll put that hangman up the right way before I put the cards back. There was a deal that was done, and it was not with those that had the authority to do the deal. It was somebody behind the scenes who possibly had received some kickback for it. They're going to find themselves in deep doo-doo. So not only was the Intelligence Committee not notified fully, as they should have been, neither was the Mexican government. It's fast deteriorating into chaos, and you've got the Two of Swords here. These aren't crossed. They're not crossed. They're no longer defending. This is about seeing through the veil, seeing through the lies, seeing through what's hidden, and having to decide what action to take. So let's have a look. What's going to happen with Tom Cotton in regards to this? Allegedly, entertainment only. What's going to happen with Tom Cotton in regards to this? I want to also ask in a minute why. Why are they doing this? But let's have a look. Why? And they only took out a middleman. It's not like they took out the big wig. Have a look. Well, there's the Emperor. So me asking about Tom Cotton. He got his orders from upon high. And there's the Hanged Man up the correct way. So 2 major arcana straight out. The Hanged Man being sacrificed, been strung from the thorny tree. The Chariot, as it's all gone to pot. He's the fall guy. That's what I'm getting. He's the fall guy. I mean, the felon never does anything without having somebody all lined up to take the blame. So the energy underneath, and 3 major arcana to start with, the energy underneath is the Chariot card, which is the chaos. It's all gone to chaos. In the past, we've got the Page of Coins. It was an opportunity that was presented that, again, he may have had I'm not getting financial kickback, but I'm getting glory. So it was an opportunity that he was presented in the past, the old naive fawn there with the butterfly on its nose. It was an opportunity he was presented with that he thought was going to get him some glory. In the past, crowning the reading, you've got the Knight of Swords, a harsh truth coming for him. You've got the 7 of Swords, the betrayal, the deceit, the lies. You've got the 7 of Cups, the delusion. So 2 sevens, 1 on 2, 3 sevens if you've got the Chariot. So a lot of sevens energy here at the moment, which is the stage where the veil is lifted, the delusion is exposed, the lies are exposed. So externally, delusion, poor choices. Internally, the 3 of Wands. So that's, the deal being done and waiting for the ship to come into harbour. I think he was promised glory for this. Let's see where we go. That's what my guides are telling me. We've then got the hopes and fears, the Death card. Significant endings. New beginnings, but significant endings in the hopes and fears. On the back foot, trying to defend himself. Another 7, and you've got a 7 through line here, which is about things being exposed, things being revealed for what they really are. We've got the 5 of Wands. He's on the back foot trying to defend his position. You've got the King of Coins here, and then you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So the King of Coins, that might be the felon himself. The Emperor might be Miller. He's often my Emperor card, or they are one, can also be one and the same, but he's on the back foot trying to defend. The King of Coins, whoever ordered this, are they wanting to control the flow in of drugs into the US? I mean, wouldn't surprise me at all, but you've got the Wheel, karma coming and biting them on the bum, and the 10 of Wands, the overreach, the Knight of Cups, false knight, or the Trojan horse, or the sap that got set up, the one that's being seen with the Six of Wands, and then you've got the King of Cups, a negotiator, an emotionally mature person stepping up, the Two of Coins, juggling to stay aloft, Four of Cups. I mean, the King of Cups can also be Fleon. The Two of Coins, trying to juggle to stay afloat, Four of Cups. And then the Two of Wands, a decision needs to be made about which way to go forwards. Oh, on the bottom we've got that fighting again, and we've got the King of Swords again. I think Tom Cotton's going to find himself in a bit of a pickle here. He was set up as the sap that authorized it. Is what I'm getting, entertainment only. So why send the CIA in undercover without proper authorities and permission and all the rest of it? Why? Somebody wanting control of the trade. Somebody trying to get, using the CIA as a personal army to get control of the trade. I think that might be the case, but it might be exposed here. Come on down, let's have a look, because we've got, again, the Seven of Wands on the back foot trying to defend in the face of legal action and past naive choices. Six of Cups, King of Swords on the back foot trying to defend. Seven of Pentacles, money for jam. Eight of Pentacles wanted it flowing into their own books, but you've ended up in a Five of Wands situation where we've got this Two of Wands, a plan that has gone awry. So somebody saw that there was big money to be involved in this, so set it up. King of Wands, King of Coins, the Empress, new beginnings, abundance for all. Someone was promised big money, but the wheel turned and the overreach, the Ten of Wands. Then you've got the Knight of Cups here. Cover blown is what I just heard. And then the Nine of Swords, it's turning into a nightmare and it's being fully exposed. And then we've got the Nine of Wands as well. Yeah, just getting fully exposed. Just see what's on the bottom there. It went awry. Who was it? I mean, the Knight, there's the Knight of Cups. What have we got? We've got the King of Coins and the King of Wands, whoever they are. Could be Fleon. The King of Coins is often my Fleon card because he's green and his father got all his money from the slave trade in the emerald mine, but this could also be the orange felon getting greedy in conjunction with this King of Wands here, a particular legislator. Not saying it's Tom Cotton. He got used as the fall guy, I suspect. So, you know, again, Keystone Cops type result, just the incompetence and the stupidity of the things that they do. Okay, so what's the CIA going to do about it? Now that they've been compromised and absolutely out in the open, what's the next move of the CIA? What's the next move of the CIA in regards to this? I do want to do a Miller's Xi Jinping past life, but I might again put it off again for another day till tomorrow. Glenda and I did a past life actually during the collab on Xi Jinping and the Orange Idiot. That was a lot of fun. It was a very, very brief past life. Usually a past life takes about a good half hour to an hour to really nut down, dates, times, locations, etc. So she's thinking she might actually go a bit further with that. We only spent 10 minutes on it, but it was fun. So, but I've got something else I want to have a look at in regards to the CIA today as well. And my guides, when something is of the essence, they will make me do it on that particular day. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. What are the CIA going to do now that pretty much the cover is blown and they've been outed for operating on foreign shores without, I don't believe, without the authority of that local government. Come on, that sovereign government. What's the next move for the CIA? The Nine of Coins. I mean, you do have the court jester here as well. The Nine of Coins, the gilded cage, the wealthy underlords, those that wanting to make money out of the situation. What's next for the CIA? Challenged by the Ace of Wands, a big stick moment. You've got the Fire Dragon here as well. Do not take on the Fire Dragon. The bidding, okay, thank you. They were doing the bidding, the Nine of Coins, they were doing the bidding of somebody who wanted to reap the money from the operations. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups at the bottom. The energy that they were stewing in, some sort of partnership. And you've got the goldfish circling around. Goldfish are a symbol of wealth and money as well. Partnership with those of wealth. But the challenge is the Fire Dragon with their big stick, with the messaging that's coming out. In the past, we got the Page of Swords. Again, there's a Page of Swords. A small element of truth is what I'm getting there. Small element of truth in the past. A small element of legality, thank you, in the past. Crowning the readings, regret and loss. We shouldn't be here. We're not supposed to be here. We're not meant to be here. We've lost two of our best men here. Our cover's been blown here. Regret, loss. You got the Four of Cups. So we've got the Five of Cups and we've got the Four of Cups. Again, this is a rejection of what's being offered, but seeing the reality there. Seeing a truth. A lot of Cups energy, very emotional. I mean, they've lost two of their, and then we've got the Page of Cups. Externally, so immediate future, the Four of Cups, no, we're not going to continue this. Page of Cups, information coming out from an unexpected source in regards to that. We've got two pages. Pages bring information. And then internally, we've got the Eight of Swords, legal restriction. Again, what are we doing here? This is a situation they've put themselves into, but legally they're being restricted. I'm getting with that Page of Cups. I'm just getting we're not supposed to be here. You've got the Three of Swords, the betrayal. the being betrayed in the hopes and fears, the outcome, the Six of Swords, trying to get out of dodge, the Wheel of Fortune, karma turning, and the Hanged Man finding themselves exposed and prepared to be sacrificed. They're not. Someone is prepared to sacrifice them to cover their own backsides. Wow. You've got here the Seven of Swords, the lies, the betrayal, and the Empress. Birth of something new, the protection. Then we've got that Queen of Swords and the High Priestess, secrets getting revealed. Okay, I think this is what's happening here with this Empress, Queen of Swords, and the High Priestess is what gets the process after this is being revealed. And the Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, the Magician, so hidden agendas within government to manipulate, and then the veil, being able to see through the veil with the Two of Swords. What direction do we take? Do we tear it all down with the Tower card? And the Five of Swords, because of the betrayal, the abuse of power, the deception. Wow. Okay. Got the Three of Wands, the plan, all going to be hunky-dory. The dark money behind the scenes, the money deals. Ten of Wands, it went awry for the Emperor. You've got the Star. This is the one I had to put the swimmers on. The Star, the King of Swords, and the Death card. The Chariot, which is my military card coming in, and Justice. Due to the moral, financial, and ethical corrupt. Oh, I was thinking that's the 5. It's the Ten of Pentacles, the end. It is also moral, financial, and ethical corruption, but the ending of this era. Told you I was going down some rabbit holes today. But yeah, this is, again, treason, abuse of power, deceit, going to bring a Tower moment, manipulation by someone in government with a hidden agenda, but they're going to be revealed. They're going to be exposed, their lies and deceit. You've got the wheel turning because agents were sacrificed, and those that are left are trying to get out. They're realizing, hang on, this isn't what we were here for. Now, I'm not a big fan of the CIA, but they were used by the US regime and somebody, I'm feeling, entertainment only, within the Mexican government as a private militia, as a private mercenary army. And there's the Justice card, actions having consequences, and the Eight of Swords. So someone's going to face justice and go to jail in regards to this, probably the Mexican end of it, because there were plans afoot to take over the manufacture and distribution, take over the distribution is what I'm getting. You can't. I'm going to leave it there. I mean, a lot of this stuff, as Lena and I were discussing, a lot of this stuff we're not going to actually hear about for 3, 4, 5 years. mainly because journalists, investigative journalists, the ones that are still doing their work, they know their lives are on the line if they report. I mean, you've got to look at the Panama Papers, Khashoggi. There will be others that have been either removed or their families have been threatened. We won't hear about a lot of this for a while yet until the regime has been dismantled. But just watch the Mexican side of it. They're under Claudia Sheinbaum. They're not going to hide if they find somebody, uncover somebody involved in this on their side. They're not going to hide and protect them. They're going to take action. Okay, let's see how it plays. Love to you all. Catch you later. Bye bye.